So we did talk about the potential for severe storms, at least within vicinity of the area yesterday. Well, lo and behold, tornado watch for areas west of the bay. And I should note, actually, this does also include the Chesapeake Bay itself, but no counties on the peninsula, not a single one, is within that tornado watch. And that's because conditions are overall less favorable for a tornado to develop, but still we're expecting some stormy conditions here for probably within the next few hours or so, with a complex of thunderstorms likely to move in. But we've got some cloudy skies out there at Salisbury, and it's become a cloudy scene across much of the peninsula. And temperatures have been dropping into the upper 60s and lower 70s right now across the board. Bob and Diane in Smyrna, 69 degrees, 68 degrees with Connie and Greenwood reporting 35/100ths of an inch of rain today. 65 with Chucky and Lewis, 68 with Joe and Bishopville, and 69 degrees with Curtis, Samiri, and Ocean Pine. So here's the deal. We have this warm front west of the bay covering much of Virginia and interior Maryland, but we got easterly winds that's pumping in some stable air. And along and south of this warm front, that's where your potential for severe storms and potential tornadic development is. This has been staying west of the bay all day today, and that's why we have not been seeing any severe weather. But we got a severe storm within vicinity of the area at around the St. George Island area, and even some rain crossing into Dorchester County right now. This one has a little bit of rotation with it, but overall, I think any storms that are west of the bay right now has a greater likelihood of weakening as it goes to the peninsula rather than strengthening, because the air right now over the peninsula is starting to stabilize. But still, we'll keep an eye on these storms as they cross through the peninsula. Still have that level 2 out of 5 risk for severe storms for much of Dorchester County, for western Wycomico County, Somerset, southern and western Worcester County, and all of Accomack County as well, with the potential for an isolated tornado or two specifically west of the area, but still that very, very low end threat for maybe a brief spin up with any of these storms. So we'll be keeping an eye on that radar. So while there was the potential for heavier storms later on tonight, I don't think these will be necessarily severe. There could be a strong storm, but I think it's mostly just going to be heavy rain and a lot of thunder and lightning, maybe some gusty winds as well. But the conditions start to dry out going into tomorrow morning. We'll start off, I think, with areas of fog and low clouds giving way to some sunshine, maybe a bit of a marine layer, though, with some fog through the afternoon hours for our coastal locations. And overall, though, I think it's going to be dry. And then the next substantial chance for showers and thunderstorms will be on Tuesday with the passage of a surface front before we begin to dry things out for a day on Wednesday with warmer temperatures. So for tonight, temperatures only dropping into the 60s with showers and thunderstorms. And then once conditions gradually begin to dry out, we'll see some areas of patchy fog develop out there. The marine forecast looking good. Wind's not going to be too bad out there. Early around 5 to as much as 10 knots out there coming in generally out of that easterly direction. Temperatures between 79 and 84 degrees with increasing sunshine going into the afternoon hours. Some cooler temperatures along that coastline, perhaps some lower 80s for the lower shore. And then stuck probably in those lower to mid 70s along the immediate coastline, 77 along Neck, 73 at Bethany Beach, and maybe some lower, maybe even mid 80s for the mid to upper shore with more sunshine again by the afternoon hours. So here's that chance for a few showers and storms on Tuesday. Weather looks great, nice and sunny and dry for the middle of this week, and then shower and storm changes will return by the time we get to this following weekend.